Welcome, everybody, to the Mullins Over Music podcast, episode 34, with Mitchell and Jade from Vanitas, the UK based gent band. Awesome people. We had a great time chatting about EP that's coming out. Well, as of the time of this recording coming out, will be out today when this is released, as well as their EP release show happening tomorrow as of this release, video games, and so much more. So I hope you guys enjoy our conversation. And yeah, let's get on with the episode. Welcome, everybody, to the Mullins Over Music podcast. I'm your host, as always, at least until the robots take over. Awesome. And I am here with the UK band Vanitas. I'm going to let them introduce themselves to you so you can put names and voices and faces if you're watching the video version all together. So go ahead.
Hi, I'm Jade, and I'm the vocalist of Vanitas.
Hey up, I'm Mitch, and I'm one of the two guitarists.
That's what's up. Now, we always start off the podcast with two questions. The first one is the fun fact question.
Oh.
Now, in school, primary school, they'd have you stand up, or at least I think they did, and say your name and a fun fact. Well, that was all for my podcast. They were preparing you to come on this podcast and talk about it. So I need one fun fact from each of you.
Okay, let me think of a fun fact. Ooh, put me on the spot here. Um, okay. I'm gonna not elaborate. I'm gonna purposely give this zero context. Hi, I'm Jade, and my fun fact is I have high-fived a penguin.
Okay, then. Yeah, that is a very fun fact. And
It is.
Mine just seems boring now.
Go on, what's yours? What's yours?
Hi, I'm Mitch, and I really like Sonic.
That's
He
what's
does
up.
really like Sonic.
Sonic, cars, computers, it's all things that gotta go fast, really.
Yeah.
That's right. Now, are we talking about the old Sonic? Are we talking about the new Sonic? Are we talking about a little bit of both?
So, for all the Sonic fans out here, I like everything that's post Forces. So, like Generations, Mania, Superstars, Frontiers, and then everything before Forces. So, Generation backwards. Thanks to Project 06, I'm a firm Sonic 06 fanboy because Project 06, the remake, is sick. And basically everything else Sonic is incredible.
Except for Sonic Forces.
Yeah, Sonic Forces is just straight ass.
You know what? I've heard that and I've seen videos of it and I wasn't impressed, so I never bought it.
I think the best summary of it is one of the greatest things about a Sonic game is you'll play through it once and then you're all right. That probably took me like 4 or 5 hours, whatever. Now I'll go through it, try and 100% it and all that, and you'll probably end up getting to like 20 hours or something by the end of it. I
Yeah.
100%ed Sonic Forces in the same time it took me to refund it on Steam. There's a 2 hour gap before you can refund a game on Steam, and I just like steamrolled it just to play it to see if it was as bad as everyone said, and it was.
That's fantastic.
Well,
Gotta love Steam, man.
Oh yeah, 2 hour refund. Let's go.
Yeah. I believe there was a video I watched where this guy was trying to beat games in under 2 hours so he can refund it.
Yeah, yeah. I think his name's Austin or something. I
Yeah.
think. There's lots of nerdy game YouTubers that are called Austin for some reason.
Yeah, I know.
thanks.
Austin Evans and I know. I share a name with a lot of interesting Austins.
Yeah.
Are you a PC guy?
So, yes and no. I have I have an Xbox Series X. I got the PlayStation 5. I did not buy the Switch 2. I'm not doing that.
Yeah,
Um,
no.
I have the regular Switch, and then I have an ROG Ally that I use for my PC gaming because
The ally's
be able
sick.
to play Dark Souls on the go.
Yeah. We have a whole thing where I say long drive, saying that to an American, it's probably like popping down the road for you. But whenever we have like a 2 hour drive, I try and see how far I can get into Dark Souls 3 on my Steam Deck.
What's
Just, but just because we're talking nerdy things, I have a Linus Tech Tip screwdriver.
That's what's
That's
up.
that's the
Dude,
level of nerd I am. I was
Linus
using it
Tech
to repair
Tips.
an amp, and
They're great, great channel. Shout out to Linus Tech Tips.
yeah. Whenever we have a dodgy email, sorry, this is relevant to today. Whenever we get a dodgy email, I reference the recent Linus or recent when Linus's channel got turned into a Tesla Bitcoin scam.
Yeah.
I reference the story to that and be like, don't click on PDFs, don't click on anything in emails, it's dangerous.
They
Yeah.
are, man. I mean, that Nigerian prince that wants to send you money, he's that's not real.
Oh yeah.
If only.
I
I
mean,
wish it
except
was
for that
real.
one. Uh, yeah. So our next question is the
Okay.
funny question because if we can't laugh, then what's the point? Now, you get to pick 1 through 5. So pick a number.
I picked two.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you were to become a member of the Spice Girls, what would your spice name be?
Oh,
Ooh. I kind of want it to be something cringy.
probably Screamy Spice because I scream. So
Okay, I
I,
like
I'd be
it.
like the metal Spice Girl.
See, I love making people cringe. So,
Cringe Spice.
Daddy Spice.
Oh no.
The immediate cringe.
And that's why it's perfect.
Oh,
Every time I was introduced on stage, people were like, ugh.
evil. You're evil.
And you'd be the only man in the Spice Girls, so
Yeah,
Just man Spice.
Man
That's
Spice.
equally
That's
cringy.
just Old Spice. You know what? If I was Man Spice, I'd basically be Terry Crews from the Old Spice commercials.
yeah.
Sure.
Then you gotta do the muscle thing. Power.
Yeah.
I do love Terry Crews.
Oh
One of
yeah.
my favorite human beings alive, I think.
I think he's an underrated actor.
Underrated actor and also just an incredibly nice person.
Oh yeah. And then, a lot of people forget that he was in Crackdown 3.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
I like the Crackdown games. I like Crackdown 3. I liked hearing him talk craziness in the game. So,
I
uh,
wanna I wanna I wanna check something here. Because I like Crackdown as well.
okay.
I'm gonna guess you're probably around the same age as me, like late 20s.
Yeah, mid
Did you
20s.
first play it because of wanting to play the Halo 3 demo?
No, I did not.
Okay.
I got it for free.
Oh, fair, fair. For context, Jade, first Crackdown game, the whole way they sold it was being like, buy Crackdown, you also get access to the Halo 3 demo.
Oh, right.
Makes sense to me. If you want to sell something, slap on Halo.
Yeah.
It's a good marketing tactic.
Oh yeah. Especially since Halo is like top tier game, one of my favorite series of all time.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
I've liked every single one of them, even Halo 5 Guardians, which nobody liked.
Mm.
Wrongin'.
So, now it's time to get into some music questions.
Let's
Go on,
go.
go on.
We got them weird questions out of the way. No,
Okay.
um, so take me back as far as you guys can remember. We're trying to build a essentially a superhero origin story. So take me back as far as you can when you got into music, how you got into doing what you do now. Bring us up to speed. Bring us up to where we are now.
Oh,
All right. Do you want to go first or shall I?
you kind of start the story, don't you? So it makes
I'm gonna.
sense that.
He said superhero origin story, mate. I'm going back to like the beginning, and then I'll.
Okay, you start, then I'll
Yeah.
jump in.
All right. So When I was about 13 odd, one of my mates, a guy called Josh, wanted to play some Muse with someone and somehow convinced me to try and learn drums to play Muse with him. I learnt one Muse song, Hysteria, on drums, and didn't touch a drum kit until I was 16, 17 odd. I got into music recording heavily,
Okay.
and then got into college, still playing drums randomly, but not really, if you get me. And then was like, I should learn drums because they're a hard instrument to record, and I want to practice my recording skills. So then naturally I ended up like practicing drums a lot between 17, 18 odd. And then I was like, I want to be in a band, but no one writes music I like in my local area that I want to play drums to. I'll learn guitar so I can write music that I want to play drums to. And then I sort of met our bassist John at college, started convincing him to play. He was a guitarist at the time, and I was like, play bass for me instead, yeah, please. And then he started playing bass. Then me and him went off to uni where we met the mystical Jade
Me.
Maris.
So I've been singing. I know it's cliche. I've been singing my whole life, but I kind of have. I was in all the school choirs. I
Nerd.
did
I'm just kidding.
shows, all that stuff. Yeah, I did a bit of musical theatre in school. But I've always loved rock and metal, and I was very much an emo kid. I was very big into Black Veil Brides as a teenager. I still like them today, but I was like obsessively into them at age like 13. Also obsessively into just Jack Black and Tenacious D.
Yeah.
Um, I don't think many 12-year-old girls want to be Jack Black, but that was me. And then sort of grew up, and my big hyper focus was just I want to be in a band. I want to be in a band. Had a few kind of school bands come and go, nothing serious. Just we'd play the school show, and we did a few like pub shows for parties and that sort of thing. And had a little break from it to do musical theatre stuff, and then went to university and met him. And how we first met is we became friends. We was on the same uni course. And I was just starting to get into becoming a vocal teacher as well, because I've always been very good at singing and not so good at other things. So I would just trade off my singing and teaching singing for favors, right? So a lot of the guitarists on the music course all wanted to learn to sing. And I needed a guitarist to play for my tracks or to help me with recording or a tech issue or whatever. So I'd basically be like, oh, I'll give you a free singing lesson if you record this thing for me or if you play this song for me. And that's how I kind of got by for a bit. I was just like starting to practice being a teacher, trading off favors. And as part of that, Mitch wanted a vocal lesson. So I gave him a vocal lesson.
Well, I didn't want the lesson as such.
No, he was secretly just seeing if I was any good. Apparently I was. So then he asked me if I'd join the band now, and I've been dying to join like a metal band for a while and trying to find a new band. So I was like, yeah. And we formed a band called not Vanitas. So it's pre-Vanitas. We formed a band called Verb the Noun.
Because it's a funny name.
Literally called Verb the Noun. And
I couldn't think of
yeah.
a name, and I was just like, there's so many bands like Escape the Fate, Falling in Reverse, Bring Me the Horizon, stuff like
Yeah.
that. A verb, and then a noun. So I was like, Verb the Noun.
We will be Verb
If
the
I
Noun.
can't decide a band name, I will be all of the band names.
Real original Vanitas fans will remember
Yeah.
Verb the Noun. Hopefully they won't, because I mean it wasn't bad, but we're a lot better.
now.
We're a lot better now.
Yeah.
So we try and leave that in the past.
But I left out one very important part of my superhero origin story
Okay,
that I just have to mention.
go on.
I didn't know what prog was. I had an Avenged Sevenfold bag at school. I was about 13 odd. And we had this whole thing where we'd have sessions where we'd like sit and just like practice maths.
Yeah.
Like, it wouldn't be a taught lesson as such. The teacher would be there to help, but we'd just be doing these math books and stuff. And my math teacher came up to me and was like, "Is that an Avenged Sevenfold bag? Oh, you should check out some bands." And he gave me a list of bands and like song tracks and everything. And he introduced me to like Lamb of God and Monomoth, but most importantly, Dream Theater.
Yeah, biggest
And
Dream
that
Theatre
was,
fan.
I'm now like the biggest Dream Theater fan ever. And to be honest, I probably would have naturally discovered Dream Theater eventually.
Yeah.
But like he easily sped that up by just
Oh yeah.
introducing me to all of these
See,
bands that I still love today.
I had a similar experience of it. Obviously, I got very big into. My mum liked a lot of kind of rock music, like the Killers and Foo Fighters, as I was a kid. She briefly had a boyfriend who was really into prog metal and got me into a few bands like Tool but also stuff like Incubus and things. I know that's not strictly prog metal, but that kind of opened the doors.
They border on prog
They
rock,
do
I'd
border on
argue,
prog.
Incubus, yeah.
And then kind of my similar story to that was the rock band I was in school. I was like 13, 14-year-old girl, and the guitarist in the band was like a 16-year-old, like older guy. But he very much was like, "Oh, you like that emo crap?" It's like, listen to some real music, and handed me a piece of paper that said Periphery on it. I mean, lo and behold, Periphery are now my favorite band. Not because he was gatekeeping of the other. I still like emo bands too, but yeah, that was how I kind of got interested in the music I'm interested in now, I
You need to
guess.
mention your guitar teacher as well, 'cause that's a
Oh,
cool
yeah,
fact.
this is just like a complete. So, this school band I was in was like an after school kind of rock school club,
Yeah.
and the music teachers were supervisors and helpers. So the music teacher that supervised us was a guy called Richard Shaw, who you may know or may not know, who was the former guitarist in Cradle of Filth.
Yeah.
So he was my guitar teacher.
He stopped being a guitar teacher to being
Yeah,
Cradle
so
of
like
Filth.
he was my guitar teacher before he joined, and then he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm actually going on this world tour. You can't teach you for a while." And I was like, "Oh, okay." So yeah,
That's
very very
exciting.
cool little fun fact there. But yeah, so we met at uni. Had this vocal lesson. We started this band called Verb the Noun, and this was like all prior to lockdown. So we was age like I was 18, 19. He was like 20, 21. First ever band. Started gigging. Released one or two songs.
Yeah, and I
And
think,
yeah, lockdown happened. We stopped for a bit, obviously.
and then what kind of happened during the whole COVID-19 lockdown over here is essentially I wrote a song that I never shut up about called Ghostly Coast,
Hmm.
and we kind of unanimously agreed that it was too good to be attached to the verb
Yeah,
noun
we was like,
name.
This is too good compared to all our other songs." And also, like by that point, we graduated university. We'd sort of matured a bit and was like, "Okay, we need to take this a bit more seriously." And the thing is, we Verb the Noun was a joke band name, but we wasn't a joke band. We were just like a gigging metalcore band, right? So we used to always run into this issue. People going, "Oh, you're a comedy band then?" No. So why have you got a comedy name? Oh, because we picked it when we was 18 and stupid.
Yeah, and to be
So
fair,
yeah,
some of the song names didn't help.
no. But
I'm thinking
so
of Sissicad.
yeah, so we basically we got really into the orchestral side of things and adding more symphonic elements too. So we thought, okay, we've got a clear new direction, new music. Let's rebrand, and that's where the other boys come in. So kind of me, Mitch, and John. John was there throughout all of the Verb the Noun days. Um,
I found Elijah in a field in Wales.
Yes. We have a running joke that previous members of the band they all whenever they leave they move to Wales. And I don't know why that has just been a
It's happened every single time.
yeah. So every time we've changed a band member it's because they've moved to Wales or left the band. But so like the whole the dog's dying but you don't want to tell the kids so you say, "Oh, the dog's going to the farm to like
Yep.
soften the blow."
Yep.
Our equivalent is they're moving to Wales,
Yeah,
Wales is
Um,
the farm now.
yeah, Wales is.
basically, it's a
I
massive
mean,
farm.
don't say
Yeah,
that.
that's fair.
That's not true.
It's not true.
That is not true. Apologies to our Welsh fans.
No, no.
Wales is beautiful. Okay, I want
I
to visit
like
there more.
Wales. I do like
Um,
Wales.
so
Very farm.
back to the point. I tangented, but yeah. So Elijah joined the band. We met Elijah, and he became our new guitarist. And then we had our previous drummer Mark for the first EP that we released. And then he moved to Wales, literally. So, well, back to he is Welsh. He moved back to Wales.
Okay.
So then we needed a new drummer, and we found the lovely Jackson, and that
Yeah.
is our current lineup now.
Who-
So
One of my favorite things is our first EP launch. We have like obviously we did the crowd photo. He's at the very front of it.
yeah, so it's really funny. He was like in the crowd for our first EP launch. Like I think he liked the band, and he's in the photo. And then the second EP launch show, he's obviously on the stage with us.
Yeah, when I asked him to join, it was like after he filled in for a gig for us, and he like went down to the floor and went yippee.
Yeah, and I think we've got a really solid lineup now. And we all really get on, and it's been the same since 2023 now, so
There you
Yeah.
going
go.
strong.
And you guys have a new music coming out. What
Yeah.
about that?
So our new EP, Journey to the Sun, it's a concept EP. Yeah, it is a concept EP. And it's coming out in just over 2 weeks' time on the 15th of August. We will be debuting it live with a hometown EP launch show again at the Flapper on the 16th of August. So it's a 7-track EP, 5 proper, actual songs, then a transition track and an intro track.
Intro track box, though. I'm gonna.
Yeah, and we've been sort of doing like waterfall release of singles throughout the year to tease it and kind of show it off. It's all about the sun and praise the sun, Dark Souls reference.
Oh yeah.
The outro track, the last song on the EP is called Solaire.
Yes, I'm very excited. That one's
That's
going to
awesome.
drop with the EP, and I'm excited for people to hear that one. Um, so yeah, people have heard a lot of the songs on the EP already. So we've got Your Demise, Lucid Dreams, and Eclipse, which is out now, and then we've got 2 tracks not revealed yet, which is Behind the Mask and Solaire, which will be coming out on the 15th of August, and you can kind of hear it all together and hear the story unfold.
Possibly both my favorite songs from the EP, I think.
Yeah, honestly, same. I think.
Right, Lucid Dreams is close.
I think Lucid Dreams and Solaire are my favorites off that EP.
Lucid
But I like
Dreams-
all of
Lucid
them.
Dreams and Behind the Mask for me, I think.
Yeah.
You mean it comes out today?
Oh, it comes out today.
Yeah.
It's out.
Edit
at the
that
same
out.
time.
Edit that out. It's out now. Go listen to it.
So, I was looking at the calendar and you said, I was like, wait a second, it's out today.
Yes. Yes, my mistake. I read the calendar wrong.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
That
it's not recorded weeks in advance. No.
No.
Now, what was the let's talk about the recording and writing process of this new EP. But I want to do this a little differently. Let's talk about how you would go about writing a Vanitas song.
So I think if I use Lucid Dreams as an example here, because it's quite a good example, the stereotypical way a Vanitas song happens is I get a riff idea in my head that I cannot play, cannot figure out how to even play it, and then I sit on this program called Guitar Pro, and then tab out how it would be played, play it back, because it will play it back in like real time as like computer guitars essentially, and I'll go, yes, that sounds right. And then I'll be like, oh, what riff should go next? And I basically write out the entire song on this program called Guitar Pro.
Yep.
Rough bass ideas, rough drum ideas, and the riffs, and some orchestral ideas. And then I go, cool, now I have to learn that. And that's how a lot of Vanitas songs happen. It's basically me going, I can't play this, but it's in my head, and I know I'll be able to figure it out eventually. So I'm just gonna tab it out on Guitar Pro and go from there and hate myself when it comes to recording.
So generally speaking, either Mitch or one of the other boys will kind of start an idea, on Guitar Pro, and then once Mitch has got like a rough song, generally at some point he'll hit a wall. He like doesn't know what riff should go next, doesn't know what section should go next. That's when we'll kind of bring in Elijah or John, or Jackson to kind of fill out parts. We go back and forth until the song is done, and then once like the rough demo and structure is finished, although I tend to help a lot with structure, like he'll play me section, but like, oh, so this is the chorus. I'm like, no, it's not. It's the verse. That bit's the chorus, and I'll kind of jig things around. And then once the demo is done, I get sent it to do the top line, so the vocals and the lyrics. And my process is I'll sit right here at this desk with this mic, and similarly to Mitch, I'll write ideas I can't sing yet a lot of the time because it's normally me kind of softly going into the microphone, and then when I actually go to try and sing it properly, I go, oh, that's a bit high, or oh, I've not done that note before, and then I'll figure it out from there. That is actually how I first learned to scream, because When I first started Vanitas, I was not a scream vocalist. I only did cleans for the first EP. It was all cleans. There was a bit of like so some gritty parts, and there was. I mean, I tell a lie. There was a breakdown in Breaking Illusions, but that was very much me figuring out on the spot, not knowing what I was doing. Um, and it was actually in 2023 when we wrote our song Eventum that there was a section, there was this just like dissonant, fast riff that Mitch threw at me. And I was like, I can't put cleans there. I can't think of anything that works. I'm gonna have to like do a scream, but I couldn't scream. So at the time, I kind of just like hummed the rhythmic pattern in the lyrics. I was like, da, 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 that I wanted into the mic and thought, we'll get a guest vocalist to do that bit or I'll figure it out later. And then it came to the crunch and it was like, oh, I've got to do it. And I just sat and I watched some tutorials and I figured it out. And it wasn't too bad for the studio version because you can take your time, you can retake it, you can
Yeah.
take breaks. But then it was like, oh, but we have a show coming up and we're playing this song live. And that's when I just really got into learning how to scream and just figured it out because I had to. And I do work well under pressure. So yeah, but I mean, interesting. Like, yes, we're a very like online band in the sense of how we write songs. We kind of sit in our own little bubbles, writing parts and then send them back and forth until they're done. But we did Solaire, interestingly, is the one song that came about a bit differently. So we had and no, Your Demise wasn't written at that was separate.
Oh yeah.
That was a different idea.
I know what you mean.
Um, Last year we had a writing weekend because we sort of sat down as a band and thought, we always write individually. We never try to write in the room. Let's try and write in the room, see what happens, but let's make a weekend of it. So we went to like a friend's house, brought all of our stuff with us, and just like kind of paired off into different rooms and just like tried writing stuff. Me and Elijah was in one room and Mitch and John was in another. And that's how Solaire came about. So most of Solaire was written at that writing weekend.
Yeah, first
Um,
was that writing weekend.
Yeah, and then we just sort of fleshed it out at home afterwards.
But there's also like occasionally other parts will have little instances where we'll do something dumb and write something we can't play, and that'll influence something else.
Yeah.
For example, as Jade says, half the time when she first writes vocal parts, she's like, "Oh, I'll figure out how to sing that properly later." She wrote a chorus for Solaire, which was
Crazy.
insanely cool, but just a bit too much, just a bit too much. So Jade simplified it a little bit, and then the guitar solo is now based off the original vocal melody idea.
Yeah.
Because I was struggling for a guitar solo.
I basically I wrote this crazy run idea for the chorus, which if I'm singing it in my head voice works, but then as soon as I was trying to belt it with grit, it was like, oh, okay, that's just gonna sound a mess. So I just sort of slightly simplified it. But yeah, it's really interesting. I'm trying to not write crazy hard things all the time now because what I'm slowly learning is now that we're gigging more and we've got longer sets and hour sets, I'm thinking, okay, I need to actually be able to do this, pull this off consistently. So I'm giving myself a few more little breaks, but I will always write the occasional crazy part because it's fun and I love it, and that's why I do it.
That's what's up.
Yeah, so that's how we write.
Okay, I like it. Now, what do you guys use for recording?
So we self-record everything,
Yeah.
partially because we are quite a small band and
Yeah.
it's a big money saver, and this guy is very good at recording, mixing, mastering, all of that. So we're very lucky that Mitch can kind of help alleviate that cost side of things. We have had other people mix our stuff in the past, so we work very closely with a guy called Matt Jones from Capsock Studios, who's amazing.
Yeah, he did Chaos Theory.
Yeah, so he mixed and mastered all of Chaos Theory. The only reason we switched back to Mitch this time around, because we really love what he does, and we still worked with him for the orchestral programming. So he programs all of our orchestra and helps flesh out and write those parts too. So he does play a part in the writing. Is simply just money. We wanted to save our budget a little bit to help promote the EP.
Yeah, to be honest, like Matt's lovely for dealing with me. I was like, I mixed our first EP, and then I was like, I don't want the stress of that again. So the second EP, someone else can mix it.
Yeah.
And I would just send Matt a million very specific notes, and he was like, I appreciate this a lot, but I'm just like, I feel bad because I'm basically just trying to like co-mix this without being there.
The short version is that Mitch is a control freak when it comes to the mix, and he just wants it his very particular way. So it just made sense for him to mix it and master it this time around. But yeah, so it worked out in the end. But
Yeah.
everything we do for Vanitas, Mitch sits, records all the guitar parts at his desk. I am recording vocal parts into our wardrobe
Yeah.
with, like blankets on the walls
I
and
do
things,
the as well because it's just easier time scheduling wise.
just to make it as consistent as
The
possible.
drums are kind of like a co-program between me and Jackson.
Yeah.
Part of me just like sitting there normally at 3 a.m. to be honest, writing songs. I'll just flesh out ideas because I can't sleep.
Yeah, I feel that.
But if you want to get into the super nerdy recording things, it's Reaper. Reaper is
Okay.
insane program. I will forever love it. I've been using it since I was 18 and know it like the back of my hand. Uh, Drum wise, it's a mix of Mixwave Luke Holland and Periphery P5 Get Good Drums. Because, for us, the mix is stealing the stack symbol from Luke Holland because I love that stack too much. Guitars are the Neural DSP Petrucci plugin through
Okay.
my little GOC Escalade Illumina, which I love.
Yes.
Bass is a Dingwall NG3 through Parallax, and everything's DI'd with the quad cortex. Vocals are all a Shure SM7 DB, so you don't need the little.
We used to use the Lewitt though as well.
Yeah.
So some of our older stuff is on the Lewitt. But then we use like Howard Benson plugins as well a lot of time, don't we?
Yeah, we use the Howard Benson vocals plugin, and like a lot of it is just like the Fab Filter stuff and the waves, not waves. I used to use waves. I'm annoyed at them forever, but the Slate stuff.
Okay.
If you wanted to know the super nerdy aspect side of it, there you go.
I love it, man. Now, have you seen the new Neural DSP vocal plugin?
Yeah, we've been having a play with
I've
that.
got the trial, and I want to sit down and have a proper play with it because I'm not being funny. It can do literally everything.
Yeah.
Mm.
And also, at this point, I may as well just start being like, "Hey, Neural, can I be an artist or something?" For the amount of stuff I use. If they do drums, I'll probably end up using those because Neural just don't miss. I use a quad cortex for God's sake.
I want to get the Modern and Massive 2 drum plugin. Um, it's a little pricey though. It's a little $238 price.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm tempted by Mixwave 2 at the moment purely because if
Yeah.
I'm honest, I
You
like my
saw
high
the
pitch snares, and Sleep Token do have one of the most goated snare sounds. I'm not
yeah.
the biggest Sleep Token fan personally, just because I haven't listened to them enough.
Yeah.
But 2 is like one of my favorite drummers going at the moment because he just bro's a gospel chop machine with a high pitched snare.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Dude, that snare is so nice. So crispy, as my wife would call it.
Crispy snare. The time of the really low tuned shotgun snares over. It's all about the Barrett 50 cal sound and snare. The high pitch just
lip crack of the snare.
yeah. You want your snare to sound like a Barrett 50 cal coming from down a canyon or something. I don't know. That's what you
Exactly. So now we have to get into specific song-based questions.
Let's do it.
What is your favorite song you've written and least favorite song? That doesn't mean you hate it. That doesn't mean you hate it, but least favorite.
Oh, that's hard. That's so hard. I mean, I have a bit of recency bias, but my favorite song at the moment is definitely Solaire because, we have a lot of heavy songs, we have a lot of moody, angry songs, we have a lot of sad songs. We don't have as many happy songs. We do have some happy songs. And Solaire is a very happy, bouncy, summery song, and it's just I love the riffs in it. John wrote the main chorus riff.
It has a trem bar flick.
It's so cool.
It feels hilarious.
I'm just a big fan of it, really. And least favorite song, that's really hard for me because I I do genuinely love all of our songs, which is good. But
Nah, throw one under the bus.
God, it's hard. It's hard. I think if there's any songs that are lower ranked for me, it's it's more because of the stress associated with them at the time of when I had to write them. Oh, it's so hard. I don't like throwing one under the bus. If I have to throw one under the bus, it's going to be Wait and See. Not because I don't like the song, because I do like the song musically, but we released it as a single between our last EP and this EP. And if I could go back and do it again, the music video is really fucking cool for it, by the way. We have our friend doing tricks on a horse and like she falls off, not like purposely falls off the horse and is like
Yeah.
dragged on the floor. And it's really cool. And like that music video is still up there as one of my favorite music videos. But the song itself, we just finished the Chaos Theory EP. We'd had the busiest year we'd ever had, the most growth we've ever seen as a band. And then it was like, right, back to it, immediate. And like, I just wish I took a little bit more of a break before putting out that single because it felt I don't think it looked rushed. I hope it didn't. But for me, I felt so rushed, so burnt out. And so when I had to write that song, I was just kind of a bit like, oh, I was a bit like I didn't really want to write, I just had to write. Um I love the song still and I still put the effort in and but I
To be
think
fair,
that would be why it's my least favorite just because I have some memories attached to it that are not pleasant.
as a side tangent very quickly, there are one or two Vanitas songs that one day, if we ever do an album, I would like to revisit and slightly tweak. Wait and See is one of them
Mm.
because I regret putting a breakdown in it. I wish I put a solo.
I think there was a bit of a pressure cooker where there's some sections we would have maybe done slightly differently if there
Yeah.
wasn't such a time pressure cooker with
But
it.
so my favorite song now, it used to always be that the answer would be Ghostly Coast because it was like in my head it was the first thing I ever wrote that I truly loved, and like there's no
Yeah.
like a lot of our songs I can pick one or two little problems with that I don't like about them. Ghostly Coast I can pick none.
We have an in joke in the band about Ghostly Coast because we basically never don't play it live, and if we even suggest the idea of removing the song from the set list, bear in mind it's a 7 minute song, he's like, Go put Ghostly Coast.
But I will not fanboy over Ghostly Coast today and say because they're like joint first to me at the moment. It's really hard to pick. Behind the Mask because it both songs are very grandeur in nature, but they're also obscenely heavy in like
Mm.
grand ways as opposed to like not deathcore chugs as in like double kick going like mad to an angry as fuck riff. Least favorite. Now this is a. It's not to say I don't like it, but there's a song I wrote literally as a joke initially. I wrote the instrumental to hit every single modern metal cliche just to give myself a giggle.
But it's a cliche for a reason because
Yeah.
it's good. It's catchy.
I
It's
showed
good.
the band.
We've
and
argued over this.
Yeah, I showed the band and they all really liked it, so it became a song of ours. Breaking Illusions
From our first EP.
from our first EP.
I think personally, I think it's a banger. I think it's a good song.
But it does. I did purposely try and go for every single modern metal cliche. So it starts off with a really staccato riff that's kind of like not quite properly in a key. It's doing like a lot of like janky stuff, and then it immediately drops out into like a clean ambient guitar verse that's all spacey, Tesseracty inspired. And then the chorus is just massive, and then the breakdown to it starts literally just 0 and 1.
But like
Just
you've just described,
shifted down.
you've just described. Yes, I know it can be a bit cliche, but you've just described a good song. A good song.
But a lot of songs.
I
A
know.
lot of songs. Yeah, that is
Also follow that structure.
True.
And it was just a case of she was at work and I had like 2 or 3 hours to kill, so I just bashed it out, and then everyone in the band really liked it, and I was like, well, we can keep it, I suppose.
that's like a Sweet Child of Mine type
Yeah.
Yeah.
song out of song.
It even ends on like. So I used to be in another band long ago. That wasn't related to Further Down or whatever. And there was a certain little thing that everyone would joke about with me, like a musical joke, this rhythm. And the song even ends on that rhythm because I thought it would be a funny throwback just to like in my head I was like, oh, people listening to be like, oh my god, he's hit every single modern metal cliche. Like, and it just ends on that as a joke, and I thought it was funny. And the fact that it ends on that is just hilarious to me.
Do 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 do.
Yep, boo boo, better boo.
Beautiful. Okay.
Our equivalent of the lick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now let's do a little top three.
Oh, top three.
Vocal and
hmm.
guitarist.
Okay. As top three of our own songs.
No, top three guitarist and vocalist.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
Okay. So, does it? I'm not going to do it in chronological order because
No,
that's just too
that's
hard. I'm just going to pick
fine.
3 vocalists I really like and look up to. One of them being Spencer Sotelo because I'm just biggest Periphery fangirl. Second one being Lauren Babick, incredible vocalist. I love everything she puts out. And very much vocal goals for me. And the third one, Andy Sizek from Monuments, again, beast of a vocalist. Just those 3 vocalists just encapsulate everything I love about that kind of modern metal proggy sound and just the variety in their voices. They can do cleans, they can do screams, they can do like pretty head voicey stuff, they can do belty powerful stuff, and it's just for me, I need all of that variety to be excited and into it, and they just hit all of those notes, and just the melody writing, the way they write choruses as well. It's just chef's kiss. Love them. Best vocalists.
Check out episode 29 with
I
Lauren.
did. I did see that you interviewed Lauren Babick. So when you DM'd us for this podcast, I was like, oh, you interviewed Lauren Babick, my
Yeah.
favorite vocalist.
so this is hard, but I think I can narrow it down to 3. They're not in any particular order,
No, that's okay.
but
Okay.
I could probably guess what they're going to be. I'm not going to.
not nod if it's one of the guesses for me,
Okay,
'cause I'm
okay.
curious. So firstly, no surprises. John Petrucci from Dream
Yeah.
Theater. I mean, not only is he's a shred god, he is a soulful god in the sense that his lead lines are like incredibly melodic. Like the spirit carries on guitar solo makes me want to cry. The best of times guitar solo makes me want to cry. There's just so many insanely good solos from him, but also his riff writing. Like, there's not many guitarists out there that I think can write like ballady style stuff like Another Day and then all of a sudden go into like there's too many options. Like A Nightmare to Remember where it's just pure disgusting chug at times. Even then that song has like I want to cry guitar parts in it.
Yeah.
Mark Holcomb from Periphery.
Okay.
His way of doing like I like to I like to call them run-on sentence riffs. Like, the start of Pale Aura, start of Mile Zero, the start of Sentient Glow, stuff like that, where it's like, there's gigantic chords going on, but there's like cool melodic lines joining them and everything. Like, it's just, bro's insanely tasty, and the way he does chords has like massively inspired me. I do loads of chords where I like bar the low strings with my ring and middle finger, and everyone hates me for it who witnessed it.
When you say everyone, you mean Elijah.
Yeah,
Elijah hates you for it.
Absolutely hates me for it. But
That's-
that's a direct influence of Holcomb. And finally, and this one, I'm pretty sure she's already guessed already, but compared to the other 2, it feels left field.
Should we say it after 3?
All right,
One,
1,
two,
2, 3.
Brian May.
Brian May from
Say
Queen.
Brian May.
Again, it's kind of the same reasons I love Petrucci. Like, I think he's incredible. Don't get me wrong. I know it sounds weird saying he's incredibly underrated.
No,
A lot of people will know him for like, when the hammer falls and stuff like that, where like, it's just like your standard chordy, cool riffs kind of thing. But like his solo writing has always been like incredibly tasty, and he can do some absolutely mad shreds that he's just hidden like 1 or 2 songs where he's doing like Yngwie Malmsteen style stupidly fast runs, and like it's the fact that he has the power to do that, and he's only pulled out like 2 or 3 times in his entire career. But also like his riff ability, like everyone associates him with like the slow, like almost AC/DC chordal style stuff. But if you've never listened to Dead on Time by Queen, it is like thrash metal levels of speed, and the main riff to it is like pure alt picking shred at like 170 odd BPM, and it's mental. It's a stupidly hard riff to play, and it sounds so goddamn cool. And he's just like, so I've been listening to Queen since I was a kid, so it's like, he was like the first guitar hero I suppose I had. And I have a book about his guitar. Him building his own guitar got me into wanting to like modify guitars and learn how they work and repair them. And it's just he's inspired not just the guitarist side of me, but loads of sides of me.
That's awesome.
Like every time I write guitar solo harmonies, I'm always like, all right, what would Brian May do? I always think like that. Even down to the way I record them, where I do weird recording things, like having my guitar pickups wired so they can go out of phase with each other. Just because I know he did that for a lot of his harmonies, where he'd wire his pickups out of phase and then turn down the tone knob so it sounded like a weird hollow version of his guitar. Like it's just, I can fanboy for days.
Oh yeah.
I suppose. Sorry, I'll stop fanboying in literally a moment.
You're good.
Just to drop a fact that I don't think I've actually mentioned anywhere. I know that for Brian May's guitar has a metric shit ton of different pickup combinations. He used all of them on Bohemian Rhapsody. Like I think there's like 19 different combinations he can get out of his guitar or something ridiculous. He used all of them on Bohemian Rhapsody. I did the same with Ghostly Coast just because Brian May did it with Bohemian Rhapsody and I wanted to be like
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I used all possible sounds out of the guitar on that song. Every single wiring configuration that I could use out of it, I used.
Cool.
That's sick. Now, I don't know if our viewers know this, but he did a kind of shreddy part on that blue on black cover with Five Finger Death Punch
Oh.
and Brantley Gilbert.
You'll have to check that out.
Yeah, I'm not a big Five Finger fan, so I didn't know about this.
Yeah, I'd not known about it, but they brought the guy Kenny Wayne Shepherd who did the song. Then they brought the country artist Brantley Gilbert, and then they brought Brian May.
Honestly,
Wow.
It's strange.
that man has only ever used 10% of his power.
Oh yeah. He is he has all of it unlocked, but I feel like if he showed 100% of his power, I think the world might end.
Yeah.
Honestly, like there's just so much I could fanboy over him. It's insane.
Oh yeah. Now we're gonna move on to. Now I preface this question. It's called the guilty pleasure of music.
Okay.
I would like to state you don't have to be embarrassed by it to be a guilty pleasure. I would say it's more of a things people wouldn't necessarily expect you to listen to. Unless you're embarrassed by something. In that case, share it right away.
I think mine's quite obvious.
I know exactly what you're gonna say. Mine is, I don't know if it's obvious or not. But I'm definitely not embarrassed by it. I'm not embarrassed by any music I listen to because I think all music, all genres have their place and have their pros and cons. You know, I hate that stereotypical thing of like, oh, I listen to everything. It's like, yeah, but you don't, do you? You don't listen to Mongolian throat singing on the regular, do you? You know, but I can say that I will not say I listen to everything because I don't think anyone listens to everything. But I am very open-minded with music and I will listen to like most things. It's hard for me to name a genre I hate. There's genres I like less or listen to less, but it's hard for me to name a genre I hate. And you know, a lot of people assume I just listen to metal and rock. I listen quite frequently to a lot of other genres. So I mean, I don't think this one's a surprise. I really like a lot of jazz fusion, like Hiatus Coyote, that sort of thing. Basically, like Mario Kart music. A big Dirty Loops fan.
Cassiopeia as well. Cassiopeia.
Yeah, as someone in a prog metal band, I don't think that's too left field of an expectation. What might be is that I'm a big K-pop fan. Love BTS. I was a very big BTS fangirl, Big Bang, all of that stuff, and I still regularly listen to a lot of K-pop. And I do like a lot of pop music as well. I just think that the hook writing is unmatched. Like writing a big catchy chorus is so important, and you know, who cares? I feel like it's a two sides of the coin, right? You expect people that like prog to not like things that are commercial or repetitive and vice versa. But I very much, you know, I don't want a song to just be riff salads and prog for the sake of prog. I want it to be prog because it's cool, because it's interesting. And I still want it to have a catchy chorus hook and the sensibilities of pop in there. So I listen to a lot of pop music, not just K-pop, other pop kind of offshoots. I like a lot of hyper pop as well, like 100 Gex, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And I do think it influences my writing a little bit. Just listening and consuming that type of music a lot helps me write catchy melodies, I think. But yeah, I guess that would be not my not so guilty pleasure, but one that people might not expect.
So for funsies, just because you said you feel like you know what I'm going to say, should we try doing it on three again and see if you get it right?
Yeah, I know exactly what he's going to
Gotta
say.
keep those.
3, 2, 1. Eurobeat.
Yeah,
He listens to.
Eurobeat.
Oh my God, he's driving me nuts with it. All he does every time we're in his car, it's the same 4 Eurobeat
No, it's just
songs.
my playlist starts on the same couple of ones. Basically, in the last 6 months, I've started watching an old anime called Initial D.
Yep.
I
Yep.
passed my driving test and then was like, oh, I like anime. I haven't watched anime in a while. Because driving's on my mind at the moment. Let's start Initial D. Got massive into it, and I absolutely adore Eurobeat now. Like Eurobeat is
So cheesy.
it's so cheesy, but the cheese makes it even better because it feels like self-aware cheese.
Can I just say for the record, I don't hate Eurobeat. He's just making me hate Eurobeat because it's just constant.
Understandable.
It's constant.
Yeah, like every time I get in my car, 9 times out of 10 on a drive, I will listen to Running in the 90s.
Yes, I'm very glad you're happy though, and I'm very glad that you found your little thing. So I'm not
I'll
gonna shoot
mention
it
in
down.
here, even though it probably won't happen. But I am currently trying to convince the band to cover Running in the 90s.
That would be sick.
I literally have like a DIY music video in mind for it.
Do you?
Yeah.
I love
He
it.
he woke me up at 3 a.m. a few weeks ago. Be like, Jade, listen to this. I'm like, what? I've done a Vanitas version of Running in the 90s. And I'm like, what? And to be fair, it is actually pretty good. But it pains me to say it's actually quite good. And he's like, you need to sing on it. It's like, I don't know if I don't know if I can. But he'll probably convince me and I'll do it.
Yeah.
So.
So just because this timestamps if this actually happens,
Right.
and it's also funny to me. My DIY music video idea
This is completely new to me, by the
is-
way.
we go out to somewhere that's like no cars go around late at night.
So what, a car park or something?
No, somewhere a bit dark. And
So
we
a car
film
park
us
'cause it's
performing
nighttime.
the song in front of my car with the headlights on.
Oh my God.
I like it. I like it.
I don't hate it. Yeah.
And then,
Okay.
yeah. So it's like us performing the song in front of a car with headlights on. And then maybe there's some shots of you like pretending to drive singing the song.
Oh, no.
I
Okay,
don't think
but
I'll want that one.
only if the editing's like super 80s coded and
Yeah.
we're all dressed up in 80s
Yeah, that's what I want to do. I want it to be like,
Okay. It's like if we're gonna do it, it's got to be purposely cheesy.
yeah, I want it to be
We
self-aware.
can't be serious.
I want it to be self-aware.
Okay. All right. There we go. There's a plan.
I love it. That's
Between releases, we'll do a silly cover. Why not?
We've
I need
always
to see
stereotypically. Oh, sorry, carry on.
no. I was gonna say I need to see this happen.
Oh, we've said it out loud on a thing now. That
Yeah.
it's got to happen.
Well, my whole thing is every year we've ended the year with a cover.
Yeah.
This year I want it to be Running in the 90s.
We didn't last year, but that was because we did wait and
We
see.
did 1-5.
Oh yeah, we did, but that wasn't ending the year. It
Yeah,
was
but near the end of the
Halloween.
year.
Yeah.
Near the end of the year, we've always done a cover. And I'm just thinking, you know.
We'll see. We'll see. Let's see what happens.
I think it needs to happen.
Okay.
See, now,
I'm being slowly convinced.
now I've got someone on my side.
I got it, man. I got it. Now we got to move into our last few bits. I have to ask: new music, new shows, anything you got coming up for this year?
Well,
I
just
mean,
loads of stuff
after
coming through.
today, the 15th.
Oh, after the 15th.
after today. So obviously our new EP, Journey to the Sun, is out today.
Yeah.
Tomorrow we'll be doing our most ambitious hometown headliner yet. So we'll be joined by Dakara, Away with the Seas, Tooth and Dagger, for a fully immersive hometown headliner show. So when I say fully immersive, what I mean by this, if you've seen our music videos, you'll know that we've had this ongoing cinematic story happening in 4 parts, including the Solaire cult. So the cult of people trying to search and find the sun, including the fortune teller, you know. And our EP show is going to be decorated around that. So we're going to have like tarot card readings and, you know, witchy type stuff out there. We are also, as big nerds and anime fans and game fans, and that's a big part of our sound as well, we are bringing a retro games console, several retro games consoles to our EP launch show, so that between the bands you can go play some games.
Like
And
Sonic,
yeah,
Final Fantasy.
Sonic, Final Fantasy, all the game music that inspires us, you can go play those games in between the bands. We're also running a best dressed competition. So, you know, this new EP, it's very purple, it's very gold. So you come to the show in purple and gold, and the best dressed will win a bundle of merch for free. And not only that, everybody that attends that show is going to get their own exclusive free piece of merch, which I will not reveal what it is because you have to come to find out. It's only a little thing, but it is free. It's one of one, handmade, and yeah, that's it. So we'll be doing that. That's a big focus. Then we're heading out on our Journey to the Sun tour, and we've got shows across the UK between August to November time, and then, you know, we'll be having a little break over Christmas, ready for the new year. But, you know, lots to come with the new EP. Maybe a running in the 90s cover too. So we'll see.
I'm willing it into existence.
Yes.
I love
Mitchell
it.
D fans rejoice.
Now we're down to the part that I love because I stole it from another podcast. It's the Dream Festival. Now I'll walk you guys through it. We'll go through every piece of it. Thanks to the Downbeat podcast for deciding that people take it. So it's mine now. So we got to start with, where is it gonna be? Where is this Dream Festival gonna be at?
Are we doing one each or like a joint Dream Festival?
It's up to you guys.
Oh, that's hard. That's too hard for.
Yeah, we're too. Okay. Location, somewhere sunny and warm.
Okay.
Not like boiling hot, like a nice somewhere where there's a nice sea breeze going, like
So
the
not
coast.
here.
Coastal town, nice breeze.
Probably
Nice
somewhere
weather.
like Gothenburg. For me.
Yes, this is what I mean. Instant 180.
Somewhere that's
Okay.
a little, not nippy, but cold.
Cold.
I hate being at festivals and sweating my arse off.
That's part of the fun.
She does have a point.
I like warm weather. I don't like having to wear loads of layers. I like that if I'm in just a t-shirt and jeans or just a dress, I'm like comfortable temperature.
There's a point where if it's cold and it starts to get warm, you can take layers off. But when it's too hot, there's a point where that layer is skin.
There's nothing worse than it being cold and you're in and out of a building and it's like layer on, layer off, layer on, layer off, and then like you're too sweaty with it, you're not too cold without it. It's horrible. I just want to exist in my one outfit. I don't have to change.
So somewhere cold, somewhere hot.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, of course, we have to figure out the catering.
Oh.
What's the food gonna be?
Now, I love my food. I'm a big foodie and I love trying new foods, new cuisines, new restaurants. So, world buffet, like bit of everything, little like tapas style, like bit of everything because I'm too indecisive and I just love all food. Like maybe like loads of little kind of artisan food trucks. You know, you get like Japanese food over there and you've got, I don't know, Mexican food over there, and just like a little truck for every world cuisine.
Domino's pizza.
I like how I was like, oh, these things are all like straight.
Domino's pizza. Indian curries.
Okay.
And sushi.
Yeah, fair
That
enough.
sounds like
Or,
stomach problems.
That's
fine.
fair.
But it's variety.
Yeah.
You know, for your picky eaters, you got the pizza. For your the
No,
people
and
like
chicken nuggets for George.
yeah, chicken nuggets. Yeah, well, Domino's does chicken strips.
George is our video guy.
Domino's does chicken strips. So picky eaters can go to Domino's. People who like their spicy food can go for the curries. And then if you just, you know,
Want a bit of something, a healthier option, sushi.
Healthier option or a colder option? You got your sushi.
Sushi's healthy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's something.
Yeah.
Probably. I don't know.
Probably. Raw fish, rice.
Yeah. And if you're feeling adventurous, you can put the sushi on top of the pizza and then dip it in
Oh.
curry, and there you go.
That would be stomach problems.
Yeah, that would be.
Yeah.
But do it. Get chicken tikka masala, dip some pizza in it. Instead of having like garlic mayo and stuff, that could be good.
Ooh,
I
okay.
think we might be onto something here.
Oh,
Italian Indian hybrid fusion. Let's go.
let's go.
I love it. Now we gotta check off the next box, which is what's the accommodations gonna be like? You gonna slum it out with the hobos? You gonna hang out with the bears and camp? You gonna stay in a hotel? You gonna hang from the ceiling like a vampire? We gotta figure that out.
So I've been to both indoor festivals where I'm staying in a hotel or whatever else, and I've also been to like your outdoor festivals where you're camping. And on the one hand, I love being able to go back to an actual hotel and have a good night's sleep and a shower. That's great.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, there's just something about the experience that needs camping. So I'm going to merge the two and go somewhere in the middle of like glamping. You're still camping, but they're nice. They're nice big open tents, and you've got like a bit more of a proper bed in there. So you can still sit in a nice little campfire with can of cider. To me, that is a festival. Sat in a circle with my mates, chatting shit with a can of cider, and then going and watch some bands. Like that is the festival experience for me. And if I'm not doing that, then it's not a festival. Well, no, it is. It's just that's important to me. So glamping, but you can still do the traditional festival things of, still sleeping outdoors and all that stuff. So I would, but with a little bit more comfort.
Now, for me, I don't even know if there's probably places like this, but I'm just gonna say my absolute dream: hotel with large communal spaces.
Okay.
I like it.
Because then, if you're a neuro spicy person like myself and you're overwhelmed by the massive amounts of people, just want to go chill for a bit, you can go and chill in a hotel.
Actually, I very much agree. The festival needs to have some sort of quiet chill zone because I noticed this that recently the last few festivals we went to, like there's just no escape of the noise. Like it's weird when I'm watching a band and it's really rowdy and loud. I'm absolutely fine. But if I'm just kind of walking from place to place and there's crowd noise and stuff, I'll get really stressed. So, and just being in an environment like that for like 8 hours straight and there's just nowhere to go and just be quiet for 5-10 minutes.
The communal
It's needed.
spaces, that's where you could go and drink. Also, maybe have some pop-up shops, stuff like that.
Yeah. And what I hate is like if I'm there to watch the music, I'm there to watch the music. If I'm there to chat, I'm there to chat. And I hate this. I hate the in between of like the music's too loud and I can't talk to my friend, but then I'm trying to watch a band and everyone's talking and I can't hear the band. So I would want very much designated space. Like I'm gonna go over here to talk to my friends and drink some cider, and then I'm gonna go over here to watch the bands and actually hear them clearly, and then I'm gonna go over here if I want a quiet moment in between. Like that. That is the ideal one. Those three places: quiet bit, social bit, band bit.
I like it.
Yeah.
Now, because
Really?
this is the Dream Festival, there are a couple stipulations. First off, you guys have to play. So
Of course.
we have to figure out what time of the day you're playing. You playing in the morning, you playing at night, you gonna play before the headliner, you gonna sit somewhere in the middle.
Like 7 p.m.
It's hard because the business side of me and wants to be like, okay, well you want to be main support before the best band because then you kind of introduce yourself to all of their fans, but you've not got the pressure of being the headliner, but you still can have a pretty decent production budget.
Yeah.
And generally speaking, that's the part of the show where people are the most energetic because sometimes you get people wandering off towards the end of the headliner and stuff. So business-wise, that one. Selfishly, I'd want to go first. Not to get out of the way, but go first because then I'm not sat there being anxious about it the whole weekend. I've played it and then I can just revel in the celebrations afterwards, right? So I guess realistically, main support on the first night of the festival because then I've got that whole day to kind of build up to it, let people know we're playing, come watch us, play it, and then just fully enjoy the rest of the weekend. There's
Yeah,
nothing like
agreed.
weekend festival and you're on like last on the Sunday. I just spend the whole weekend worrying. I
Yeah.
wouldn't enjoy it. I'd be like, oh god.
Well, I'll
And also
agree.
as a vocalist as well, I'm very strict when I am performing. I can't drink before I perform. Can't I have to be careful with what I eat. Really need to make sure I sleep properly and not talk too much. So really, it ruins the festival experience if I am performing at the end because I can't chat to my friends too much. Can't overuse my voice. Can't drink. Can't sleeping in a tent and not having the best sleep and showering. And so really, the performance needs to happen before I can then enjoy myself.
Okay.
So I do it that way. I do
You know
that.
what, I'd
Being
agree.
very methodical there.
No, yeah, Jade's answered for
Yeah.
my festival as well. Why not?
But it'd be like the headliners would be our favourite band. We'd be main support. And then we'd like hang out with them afterwards and then like chill all weekend
Yeah.
and watch the other bands. That would be goals. Dream.
That brings us into our next question. Now,
Yeah.
there are stipulations behind this one too. This is
Okay.
this is the lineup. We gotta have some headliners, some middle bands, some openers. You can have any band, but if the person is dead or the band is broken up, you have to explain in some ridiculous way how they came back to life or how they came back together.
Oh wow. Okay. Uh
All right. Well, for me, I'm gonna go with 1 day festival, so I don't have to think of too many. Um.
we just said it's a 3-day festival though, because we're on the Friday.
Oh yeah, we did. Oh, I
Oh,
can't
that's
name
it.
3 days. My
Okay.
God.
The
Let me
head
get the Tech Fest 2016 lineup up. Hold up.
Tech Fest 2016 lineup. That
I
again,
know.
please. The problem was when that happened, I was 16, so I couldn't go.
Yeah.
So can that happen again in 2025?
That-
Sorry, 2026, so I can actually go.
That festival's go, but like,
Uh,
I mean,
the Radar 2023 lineup was like one of my favorite lineups.
let's have Arch Echo open for me.
Okay.
Open?
Yeah, I'm gonna have.
More than open.
I'm gonna have big bands, bro. I'm spending multi-millions on my
Well,
festival.
okay. The immediate given is that we have sort of merged our festivals now, but the Friday night that we're playing, we're main support for Periphery.
Okay.
For Dream Theater.
Oh, okay, actually, true. Oh, we'll just play 2 sets. We'll play one night for Periphery, one night for Dream.
There you go.
Well, so
Set A, set B.
Arch Echo opening.
Yeah.
I can't think of an order for the rest of them up until the main headliners, but Pliny,
Okay.
Intervals,
Yep.
Test Hero,
Oh, Protest Hero, yeah. Monument.
Haken,
Monument.
yeah, Monuments, Haken.
Hmm.
Ooh, Haken.
I want Red Handed Denial, Lauren Bavick's band.
Shattered Fortress.
Yeah.
Even though
Devin Townsend.
Devin
We're gonna
Townsend,
have to have Devin.
Shattered Fortress, which would be mean to Mike Portnoy. Shattered Fortress was just some context. Shattered Fortress was Mike Portnoy doing a 50th anniversary tour of all of his favorite Dream Theater songs because he wasn't enjoying Dream Theater at the time. Their drummer to make him do 2 sets in one night because
Makes
watching
sense to me.
Haken do Dream Theater, it was literally the entire of
They're on
Haken.
separate days.
Yeah, it was literally the entire of Haken, but then Portnoy drumming, and they were just doing Dream Theater covers. It was just sick.
I know one.
What?
Galactic Kraken.
Oh, Galactic Kraken.
Galactic
Yes,
Kraken.
Galactic Kraken. Oh my
I don't
God,
know.
yeah.
Do you know Jonathan Young? His
Yeah.
it's his band, but they don't do live shows, so I don't know what that would
No, he
look
did
like.
one live show with
Did
Arch
he?
Echo.
Oh,
Arch Echo was the band playing Galactic Kraken.
wasn't it? It would have been in America though.
Oh yeah, we couldn't. I don't think he's ever going to do that again because apparently it was like a logistical
If
nightmare.
if
There's no videos of it either, which will forever upset me.
if music works out and I get money somehow, I will personally pay for it. I will
Yeah.
personally make it happen.
This is the Dream Festival, so you got as
Yeah.
much money as you need to make these things happen.
So Galactic Kraken. Also, smaller bands on the lineup that I want there. Atomic Guava.
Okay.
Really cool. I might be mispronouncing the name, but Lucretia.
Lucretia, yeah. I know about.
There's a very cool prog band I've gotten into recently. I say recently. I've known about them for ages, and then just recently, like, properly delved into their discography called Azure from Brighton.
Yeah.
really want to play a show with them. I don't know if they're gigging right now or not,
How did I not mention
but
Seven Spires?
they're really cool. Seven Spires,
Seven Spires.
they're amazing. Really into them. Pyros, Earthbound. I'm gonna shout out my buddies now. Um, all my friends' bands. I would put all my friends' bands on as a given
Of
because
course.
got to lift other people up, help them out. Spirit Box. I don't know if I said that already,
No.
but
No,
Spirit
but
Box.
I agree.
Yes, definitely Spirit Box. Sleep Token, just
Right.
because hottest band out there right now. And I saw them live at Radar,
Okay.
but it was so packed and I was at the back and I forgot my
See?
glasses, so I kind of didn't see them, if that makes sense.
You
So
saw
I'd like
them,
to
but you
see
didn't
them.
see them.
Yeah, so I'd like to see them again, but with actually near the front and actually watch them.
Seeing them live at Radar was a trip. They turned up to Radar. They were only playing. Obviously, they're playing Friday. Turned up to Radar. And I was like, oh, this isn't as busy as I thought it would be. And then, like an hour or two before Sleep Token were on,
The venue
the army
flooded.
appeared.
But the problem is
It was
because of the layout of the venue, you've got the main stage like at the back,
Yeah.
and then you've got the second stage like the other way around as you walk in. So you physically have to walk through the second stage to get to the main stage. And Monuments were on, and it was one of those sets where the entire room's a mosh pit. So me and Mitch were just like sardines like this, and then there was all these Sleep Token fans trying to push through the middle as well. It was crazy.
That's
But
mad.
fun, very fun, but crazy.
And that was like just as they were blowing up as well. So
Well, it was kind of like I think they were booked before they got really big,
yeah,
and so it was like one of the smallest. I say smallest. It was obviously still big,
they
but
played Radar and then immediately did arenas.
yeah, basically. Crazy times.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But yeah, I think. Is there any obvious bands I'm missing? There's obviously loads. I could be here for ages.
I mean, Ishan, I'd love to have.
David
Ishan.
Maximachik.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Machik, Ishan,
Yes,
Isan.
we bring back Destiny Potato.
Bring back Destiny Potato, yes,
Yeah.
please.
Yeah.
Destiny Potato, I don't know how they'd come back.
I feel like I'm missing.
They had a potato just thrown at all their windows that said Destiny on, and they were like, "It's a sign," and they reformed.
I love it.
That's
There you go. There's
Yeah.
the story.
That works.
Incubus.
Yes.
Incubus. I feel like you'd have Queen and go on, make an elaborate story for that one.
Cyborg Freddie Mercury.
Cyborg Freddie Mercury.
I will $1 million man Freddie Mercury back to or RoboCop him or something.
Yeah.
Part of this fun will just be figuring out how to bring Freddie Mercury back from the dead.
Oh yeah.
That's-
Yeah, I think that would be best festival ever.
Okay. I dig it. So, rapid fire questions.
Okay.
So, first album you ever bought?
Oh, it's meant to be rapid fire.
The
You go first.
album that Owl City Fireflies is on. I think it's called Ocean Waves.
Yeah.
Okay.
Talking about.
I didn't really buy an album because I just stole my mum's iPod and listened to what was on there. But I was really into Pink, pop singer Pink, when I was really
Yep.
little. So
Okay.
probably a Pink album.
Last thing you learned that blew your mind.
Ooh.
These are not very rapid fire questions.
Sorry.
Loaded.
Is it a musical thing or just anything that I
It
learned?
could be musical or in general.
How much farming costs? This sounds really weird. We was watching Clarkson's Farm this morning and just how expensive farming is.
Oh yeah, it's not.
Yeah, it's random, but that's mine. Last thing that blew your mind. Rapid fire, Mitch. Rapid fire. Come on.
Last thing that blew my mind.
Me.
Yeah, go on then. Carry on.
Oh, thanks.
Okay, pick one. Clean vocals or harsh vocals forever.
Clean.
I can't. I quit singing. I can't. Need both.
Clean.
Can't. I need both.
Which band member is likely to get lost before a show?
You.
Me. Yeah. Me.
Favorite time signature that isn't 4/4.
6/8.
Oh,
Nice to say.
how boring.
Yeah, boring answer
Oh.
for a prog band, I know, but I like a nice
5-4 or 1916.
1960.
1916.
One of our songs starts in it, and I just love it.
Crazy.
That's beautiful.
I don't like it because then I have to try and write vocals over it.
Stage gear essential you can't live without.
Water.
Vortex.
Water. I need water.
I could do our entire set on anything on any guitar if I had the quad cortex.
That's fair. What's heavier, a breakdown or your existential dread?
Oh, my existential
Yeah,
dread.
existential dread.
Easily.
Not even Lorna Shores could outdo my
This whole
existential
band
dread.
lyrically is based around my existential dread, so I need it.
Who's the biggest nerd in the band?
Mitch.
Me.
Mitch.
Fair enough.
He's easy. We're all nerds, but Mitch is
I get
somehow
nerdy
the
about
biggest
everything.
nerd.
I get nerdy about cars. I get nerdy about Sonic. I get
It's
nerdy
rapid
about
fire.
guitars.
It's rapid fire. Rapid fire.
I mean, he was listing them off pretty fast. It's not a
keep it in
rapid
mind.
fire answer, but it was rapid fire answers.
Yeah.
Pick a game you'd like to have Vanitas in.
Final Fantasy.
Sonic.
Okay, yeah.
Both of those are solid options.
Yeah.
Worst venue bathroom you've ever experienced.
They fixed it, but there was one venue where the tap in the toilet was backwards. So you'd be like, why is this not turning on? And then you'd see if it's stuck or something and turn it the opposite way, and then it would go full blast immediately. And it was on a shallow sink, so it would just immediately blast all of its water at you. And that was the most evil tap I've ever encountered in my life.
As a vocalist and the only woman in the band, I often have to get changed in venue bathrooms because I don't want to risk getting changed in some green room and then some dude walks in.
Yeah.
So for me, I forgot a venue we played once in London. The you couldn't open the door and get in and close the other door, so it was just too cramped, and I had to get changed like this, and it was horrible. So that one.
Yep. Okay. If your band had to swap instruments around, who would crash first?
For me.
Yeah.
Most people in the band are multi-instrumentalists. I just sing good. I sing very good. That's all I can do.
Then I got two more. Go-to snack after a set.
Ooh, crisps. I love some crisps or chips.
It's a liquid meal technically, so I'm going to say Guinness.
Guinness.
Okay, that is a liquid meal. And then our final one thing that always happens during a Vanitas band practice.
John talks about his tortures.
I will mention something I've done to my car.
Yeah.
Okay.
I need to wee a million times because I drink too much water.
I get bored during a break.
Yeah.
Those are great.
We call Jackson short. John plays the lick.
I dive bomb while you're speaking.
I'm trying to organize a band thing, and then Jackson starts drumming. And I'm like, Jackson, shut up. Yeah, there's 6 things.
I love it. So we're down to our last 2 questions. Let's get our plugs and shout outs.
Shout out. Oh, that caught me off guard.
You know what? Shout out GOC Guitars for making absolutely hench as fuck guitars that I adore.
Yeah.
Shout out to everyone that helped us with this new EP that's out today. So George, Canty, shout out to Jody, shout out to the Daditas, the dads of the band, and all of our friends and family and lovely people.
That's right. And where can they find you out on the socials and
we are
all the plugs and stuff?
We are at Vanitas Band on all the social platforms, and you can stream our new EP, Journey to the Sun, on everything now.
Right now.
You can go www. I said www so many times though. You can go to vanitasband.com for all of our show information, our merch information. We do international shipping if you really want a shirt over in the US. You can basically find everything there.
Yes.
And definitely buy a shirt because you guys got some sick merch.
Thanks. We also hand print all our merch. So
yep, it's all made by us too.
It's Mitch being sweaty in a shed with all our machinery.
I hand print every single thing.
He does.
Beautiful. least you don't hand paint everything.
No, that might be a bit too inconsistent.
I can't paint.
No.
I can't either. It's okay.
Thank you.
Okay. And then our last question, as always, what song by you guys do you want to have as the closing song for the episode?
Soler.
Yeah, go with Soler.
You gotta send it to me.
I will. I'll send it you after this.
Okay, cool. Thanks. Well, thank you guys for coming on. It was
Thank
a lot
you.
of fun.
Hell yeah.
Dust off your smile. I know it's been a while.
This has been the Mullins Over Music Podcast, episode 34, with your host, producer, editor, me, Austin Mullins. Special thanks to guests Jade Maris and Mitchell Bartlow of Vanitas. The song title for the closing credits is Soler by Vanitas. Check them out on all social media platforms. Their new EP, Journey to the Sun, is out today on streaming platforms and wherever you can get their physical media. Vanitas has their EP release show tomorrow, August 16, 2025, at the Flapper in Birmingham, UK. Thanks to Jade and Mitchell for coming on the podcast, having a fun chat about your EP, video games, and all the fun things we talked about. Special thanks to viewers like you. Thank you. And until next time.